Hello, BTS lovers. What makes Jungkook's visit to the Division 2 military barracks an unforgettable moment? Why did that moment actually make many soldiers touched, even in the midst of the harsh atmosphere of military training? This is a story full of surprises and emotions that happened between Kim Taehyung, or known as V from BTS, and his best friend and younger brother, Jungkook. The day became more than just an ordinary visit. When word circulated among the soldiers that a special guest had come to visit Taehyung, their enthusiasm immediately increased. Many of them did not expect to see the figure of Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, who is not only famous in Korea, but throughout the world. The arrival of Jungkook, who was willing to take his time in the midst of his busy schedule, stunned the soldiers in the 2nd Division. They see not only a star figure, but a brother who comes to give Taehyung support and love. As soon as Jungkook arrived, the atmosphere of the barracks changed. Soldiers who were previously busy with their routine suddenly stopped, wanting to see what would happen. Jungkook with steady steps walked towards Taehyung, who looked surprised and happy to see his old friend in front of him. Their meeting not only contains warmth, but also reminds many soldiers of true friendship, a friendship that transcends popularity and fame. As they stared, tears welled up in Jungkook's eyes. The soldiers who watched were also speechless, feeling the atmosphere of emotion that arose between these two friends. Jungkook, who is usually feisty and rarely looks emotional, is now showing a different side. "Hyung, I came because I know you must be missing everyone out there," Jungkook said in a trembling voice. That simple sentence immediately touched the hearts of many people who were there. No one expected a superstar like Jungkook to show such deep and sincere emotions. For several hours, the two talked about many things, from light stories to their hopes and fears for the future. Taehyung talks about life in the barracks, the physical challenges, as well as what it's like to live life as a soldier under strict discipline. Jungkook listened seriously, giving words of encouragement that made Taehyung smile. In that moment, the two of them seemed like two inseparable brothers, supporting each other without caring about any pressure they faced. Not only for Taehyung and Jungkook, this moment is also an inspiration for other soldiers. They saw how the two already very successful stars still maintain a sense of humanity and true friendship. As the conversation progressed, several other soldiers approached respectfully. They wanted to take a closer look at how the interaction between these two idols was, which, beyond their predictions, was actually full of warmth and sincerity. Jungkook, who was aware of their presence, smiled and greeted one by one the soldiers standing around him. Beyond the image of a global star, he shows a modesty and humility that makes the soldiers of the 2nd Division respect him even more. "I'm so proud of you, Hyung," Jungkook said as he looked at Taehyung. "You carry out this task with all your heart. Everyone out there knows how heavy your obligations are, and they're all waiting for your return with love and support." Jungkook's words moved Taehyung. He gently patted Jungkook on the shoulder, trying to contain the emotions that began to flood his chest. In their short time together, they showed not only friendship, but also emotional resilience in the midst of their respective tasks. Many soldiers watched intently, some even feeling inspired by the closeness and support Jungkook gave Taehyung. Military life is full of challenges, but seeing a friend present just to provide emotional strength makes the atmosphere in the barracks warmer and more meaningful. Some soldiers quietly shed tears, touched by the simplicity of this moment. Between the conversation, Jungkook also shared the latest news from the entertainment world and other BTS friends. He tells Taehyung that all BTS members are looking forward to the moment when they can get back together, sharing their laughter and travel stories like never before. Taehyung listened to every word carefully, seeming to really appreciate this opportunity. He knows that his time is still long, but the support of his friends gives him new energy to continue this journey with courage. Soon, their meeting should be over. Jungkook has to return, but before leaving, he hugs Taehyung tightly, showing how much he cares and appreciates his best friend. "Hyung, keep fighting. We are all waiting for you. You are the pride of all of us," whispered Jungkook slowly but sincerely. Taehyung can only smile while holding back his emotion, feeling lucky to have such a caring friend like Jungkook. As Jungkook left the barracks, the soldiers who witnessed the moment paid him a small tribute. They realize that despite being famous and having great influence, Jungkook never forgets his friends and companions. This simple moment reminds them all that true friendship knows no boundaries of time and place. As Jungkook walks away, leaving the military barracks, Taehyung stands looking at his best friend's back, which slowly disappears from view. In his heart, there was a feeling of excitement. He felt strengthened by the visit, as if receiving a new injection of spirit to live the hard days in the military. Amid the silence created after Jungkook's departure, the soldiers around Taehyung stared at each other, some of them smiling, while others tried to hide the emotion they felt. After Jungkook actually left, the soldiers who had witnessed the meeting began to whisper. They talk about how the visit opened their eyes to the other side of Taehyung and Jungkook. Many of them may have only known BTS from the screen before, but now they see firsthand the sincere humanity between two best friends. One of the soldiers approached Taehyung and respectfully said, "You're lucky to have a friend like him. Taehyung SSI. He came here just to support you. It shows how deep your friendship is." Taehyung smiled warmly at the comment. "He is more than just a friend. He's my family. We've been through a lot together. This visit makes me feel like I'm not alone, despite being far from the people I love," she replied calmly. His words reflected a deep sincerity, and the soldiers around him could feel how important the support of companions was in Taehyung's life. For several days after the meeting, the soldiers in the barracks of the 2nd Division often talked about the incident. They begin to see Taehyung not just as a celebrity or K-pop star, but as a loyal and sincere friend. Jungkook's presence has left a mark in the lives of Division 2 soldiers. They sense that there is a more meaningful side to life than simply living a military routine. The story of this visit soon spread among the soldiers, and even began to reach the ears of more senior commanders and officers. Some of those who usually don't pay much attention to the entertainment world begin to be interested in the story of the friendship between Taehyung and Jungkook. Many are inspired to maintain and strengthen their own friendly relations. Their story seems to be an example that reminds everyone of the importance of maintaining good relationships, no matter how hard life is lived. Time passes, and the days of practice again become part of Taehyung's routine. However, the memory of Jungkook's visit lives on in his heart. Whenever he felt tired or faced a tough challenge, he recalled Jungkook's warm embrace and words of support. That simple message, "We are all waiting for you," became a kind of mantra that gave him the strength to keep fighting. The soldiers who once witnessed the heartwarming moment now often encouraged Taehyung when they trained together. They knew that behind the star figure they admired, there was an ordinary human being who was also struggling, just like them. They become part of Taehyung's small circle of support, giving him extra encouragement when he needs it. Jungkook's visit not only strengthens Taehyung's heart, but also creates a stronger bond between Taehyung and the other soldiers. This story finally reached the ears of BTS fans. Upon hearing the news of this special visit, many fans were moved and even wrote messages of support for Taehyung and Jungkook. Fans noticed that even though they were temporarily separated, the relationship among the BTS members remained close and loving. They also increasingly appreciate Taehyung's struggle to serve the military with full responsibility.